Welcome to another SEWE episode. We're here with Addie.
Hi.
With a D-D-A-D-D-Y.
Yes.
With a Y?
Yes, with a Y, not
I
I-E.
guessed correctly.
Named after my grandmother, and she was ADD-IE, but my parents really wanted to make things complicated, so they said, let's just do a Y.
Yeah, that makes it less complicated,
Yeah,
actually.
sure.
So you're named after only in syllables.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or in a pronunciation.
Mm-hmm.
Phonetically named after, but not spelled.
Exactly. Exactly.
So what are you doing at SEWE?
So we are here. We are a publishing company. We've got two magazines under our belt, Bourbon Plus and Covey Rise. Covey Rise is in its 10th year. We're celebrating our 10th anniversary this year. We just came out with a December-January issue that was packed full of content. It's Upland Lifestyle, so upland game birds, quail, pheasant, anywhere there are game birds, where we're going to be. So national, international. We cover 6 issues a year, so every other month you get a beautiful magazine delivered to your door with all the good stuff. Everything before, own, and after the hunt. So we're selling subscriptions, and we're going to sell gear and stuff tomorrow. The weather put us off.
Yeah, the weather was rough today.
It
To be
was.
honest with you sound like Whiskey and Whitetails, but a magazine.
Yeah.
Before or after the hunt, it's like...
Yeah, it's all the
say
good.
that.
It's all packaged together, and that's the beauty of it, is it gets to come to you versus you having to go search it out, kind of what you guys do.
Is there any way you know Gunrise gear? Ty Holland?
No, I don't. No.
He has a Covey in outside of Orangeburg.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, Covey Rise actually was a newsprint. It was a newspaper. And so it's actually, the name Covey Rise is 20 years old this year. So it was published for 10 years with the newsprint, which was just kind of a local publication. It was just about quail. That was it.
Yeah.
They didn't have, they actually had an ad in one of the newsletters that said, no chucker, no pheasant, all quail.
Nice.
And so what we've done is take it from the newsprint into more of a coffee table book.
Okay.
And again, we cover all the different game birds. Covey Rise, the name's kind of misleading. A lot of people say, oh, you're just quail, but
Sure.
we're all the birds.
All the
Wild,
birds.
released, wherever there are birds, we're going to be there.
And where does the rise come from?
The rise, so that's when quail huddle together, they rise as a group
I see.
instead of, sometimes if you're, hunting on preserves or late season, quail will just run around. But what you like is for them to rise so that you can actually shoot them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
what
where
I
the
figured.
rise comes from.
I didn't know that was the name for when I went to Bray's Island for a quail hunt.
Yeah.
And it was so fascinating because we've done quail hunts before. They're for people that have never done a quail hunt.
Right.
They usually bring the birds out. And
Yeah.
just kind of
Yeah.
like, gee, I wonder where they are. And you kind of walk towards them.
Understand.
But we went there. It was crazy.
Yeah.
You show up. They take your shotgun
Yep.
and they put it in this truck and they drive you around.
Yep.
The dogs work, and then
Yep.
they're like, "Gentlemen, we have found
Yes.
a Covey."
Yep.
And they they pull the drawer out. They give you your shotgun. They give you shells, and you walk out there, and they're like, they run the dog, and then you shoot your 2 shells.
Yep.
And then they take the gun from you and break it.
Yes.
And
It
they
is a
clean
gentleman's
and all.
establishment.
It's
That's
so wild.
Wow.
It is. It's if you've never seen a quail hunt in the South with buggies and things like that, and dogs flushing and pointing, it's something to behold.
It is an
honestly.
experience.
It is an
for
experience.
sure.
It's an experience, and I like it. I grew up hunting dove, duck, and deer. And because I grew up in Mississippi, we didn't have quail when I was growing up.
Oh, okay.
So I never hunted with dogs unless they were retrieving. So when I went on my first quail hunt, I could not believe just the artistry that goes into a bird dog and just watching them work. Sometimes I'm like, I'll take a back seat. I just want to watch the dogs work.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I love
And
to
just
watch.
walk and do all that type of stuff. It's great.
That was the issue with there. Is like, I want to watch I
Yeah.
want to walk with
Yeah.
the dogs and watch it and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're
Yeah.
like, no, we want you to sit on these leather couches
Yeah.
on top of these buggies and just hang out. And
Yeah.
you eat coffee. We have an espresso machine.
Right.
Yeah,
It's-
exactly.
It's so
It is.
fascinating.
It's high
wild.
class, that's
Yeah,
for sure.
For
That's
sure. So Bourbon Plus, tell us about that.
So Bourbon Plus is our sister publication. We have a column in Covey Rise. It's called Toasting the Hunt. So it is more towards the back of the book. It's the things that you do literally after the hunt when you're sitting around a campfire. And out of that was formed Bourbon Plus. It was kind of we saw a little leeway in the market where we could fit in as the bourbon boom was happening about 4.5 years ago. And really it's taken off. It's lifestyle based. So it's the stories behind the bottle. It's the distillers. It's the people who do the barrel rollings. It's the coopers. It's, it's the stories that are not told that should be told.
Yeah.
And that's what we're in the business of, is storytelling. And
again, are you reading a Whiskey and Whitetails page?
there's a lot of symmetry. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
Yeah, you're here. We like telling stories that should be told. Yeah.
Yes. So that's the beauty of it. And then we're consumer driven. There's a lot of magazines kind of that are in our space that are benefiting businesses. While that is needed, we really are focused on the consumer and what the consumer wants. And so we don't have any type of ratings or anything. We have recommendations. We have a column that's called What I'm Drinking, and we give tasting notes. We don't rate it. It is just, here's what we're tasting. And as you guys know, everyone's palate is different. So what you might taste is going to be different than what I might taste. But at least it gives you a baseline. Yeah. If you're, an amateur and you're getting into drinking and you want to learn more, you kind of know, oh, well, maybe I am tasting this or maybe I am tasting that. So we cover all of that. We've got a science column, which is actually my favorite because I like to geek out on all of the ins and outs and the formulas that go into it and all that type of stuff. We've got bar recommendations. We have a section that is for craft distillers specifically. So while a lot of media and stuff is covering big brands, which we like, if people are making bourbon, that's good for us. But we do like to spotlight craft distilleries who are doing a little bit more small batch stuff, who kind of are experimenting in the market and, seeing where that kind of stuff goes. So it's a lot of fun.
And you're national then, so you cover anyone, anywhere.
We cover anyone, anywhere. And the plus in Bourbon Plus allows us to be able to cover topics aside from just bourbon. So we've done articles on Scotch, vermouth. We probably won't ever do vodka.
Not a lot of tasting notes in vodka.
It's not a lot of tasting notes on it. So, I'm not sure. We joked. Someone said, well, if you do an article on vodka, you should just do 5 blank white pages. Nothing else. That's it. Just title it vodka, no words, no nothing. So
we had the Brown Foreman rep on this morning.
Oh, yeah.
And she brought us some forged gin.
Oh, the gin, yeah.
Dude, and I've had gin before, but
not
like Bombay Sapphire or whatever.
Yeah.
Not like that.
That
gin's
gin,
making a comeback.
It was so good. It was like very oily, like leathery mouthfeel to it, but the lemon flavors really came out of it. It was fascinating.
Yeah.
So I've never had gin that tasted like that.
No, it was like you got all the same properties in terms of what the complexity on the nose and on the palate, but the notes were different. It wasn't
different.
You don't have the oaky and the tannins from the barrel. It's all of the floral notes and the botanicals, and it was
my favorite thing about that.
It was a similar experience. It was, but different, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, swimming in a pool versus swimming in a lake. You're still swimming, but it's different.
Yeah, great.
Both
great
fun,
example.
just different.
Well, and that's so you have the rum over there. I know you guys are good friends with the guys at Frigate.
Yeah, Graham.
I'm really pleased with how rum is kind of being rebranded as well. It's been,
It's
all the stuff that growing up of how you drink rum, the coconut rum
Malibu,
stuff.
Rum and Coke.
They've really taken it to another level. We say that Frigate is the bourbon drinkers rum.
Yeah,
Dude,
absolutely.
It's one of the only
talk about it all the time.
rums that I can drink just.
It's one of
neat in a glass. Just it's good.
It's good.
Outside of whiskey, bourbon, any kind of whiskey, rye, Irish whiskey, whatever. Outside of that. And Madeira. Sometimes I just crave Madeira.
Yeah.
I crave that 21 year.
Good.
Sometimes I'll come home and be like, I don't even want to get drunk tonight, but I do want to drink
just a little nightcap.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just a little,
take a little nip of that.
Just a little nip. No, I get it.
So what's your favorite whiskey?
I can't be biased.
I mean,
I'm the media at this point. I can't be.
All right. Well, do you have a favorite cocktail with whiskey?
Old fashioned.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a classic. That's something really fun in the magazine that we do. We have a mixology column, and we do rotating writers. And one writer writes about the history of cocktail of a specific cocktail. So we did the Commodore, and she told the story behind how the Commodore was produced. And then we have another writer who she is a true mixologist, and so she's coming up with these interesting pairings of bacon and bourbon and blue cheese and things like that. She's crafting cocktails around it. So that's something that's really fun, is being able to venture while, you know, old fashioned's tried and true, and it's familiar, which is good. There are so many different aspects of cocktails that someone might like one of our next issues, we're doing florals in cocktails. I know.
That Szechuan flour, have you ever had that?
No, I've not.
In Vegas, there's a casino, the Cosmopolitan.
Yeah.
There's a bar at the Cosmopolitan, and they have a Szechuan flour cocktail, and the flour, when you eat it, it's like taking a 9-volt battery and shocking yourself.
Ooh.
But when you pair that with the cocktail,
wonderful.
it's such a weird experience. But you eat the flour and your mouth kind of jolts, and then as you drink the cocktail, it's like an electrified. I don't know. It's fascinating.
Wow.
But it's called a Szechuan flour.
Szechuan flour. I have to remember that.
And then this morning, the Brown Foreman rep, she was telling us about a fig. Fig, like they cook figs into syrup and add cinnamon to it.
Yes.
And to make it an old fashioned.
Yes. Well, we had one the other night. It was walnut infused makers with date simple syrup, which seems like a lot of flavors going on, but it really paired really well together. But the fig.
The fig also with, I think it was walnut bitters as well.
Walnut bitters.
Replace
instead of Agnostora,
Yeah, there's a lot. We bitters, man, they can really take cocktails to a whole nother level as well. So that's us. Bourbon Plus, Covey Rise. They're a lot of fun to put together. Bourbon Plus is quarterly, so it's 4 issues a year, and then Covey Rise is 6 issues a year.
And where can everybody find social medias and websites?
So Covey Rise is coveyrisemagazine.com, and then at Covey Rise is our Instagram, and then Bourbon Plus is Bourbon Plus PLUS.com, and then the handle is Bourbon Plus for Instagram. So,
excellent.
Yeah.
Nice. We'll give you guys a follow. Maybe fun to do something together someday.
Yeah, most definitely.
We write for another mag. We've done 2 episodes now, and they're quarterly as well. But we did like an entire angle on the history of whiskey. So our whiskey classes that we teach here in Charleston, it's historical based, and we kind of show how this country was founded on the back of whiskey.
Most definitely.
And that's the angle that we usually go with. And then we're starting to incorporate a lot of cigar stuff.
Yeah.
Like we have cigar blends that pair well, and we have a guy that writes for us and all this stuff.
That's cool. Yeah, we have a pairing column in the magazine that we wanted. Covey Rise has a cigar column, and so we wanted to have a pairing column, but we didn't want it to just be cigar and whiskey pairings.
Yeah.
So we've actually done in Covey Rise, we did a game and whiskey column that was really, really cool.
So we have our thing called The Experience. It's a thing that we sell to hunt clubs more or less, but we just had one, and we had I don't know if you know the Livingstons. They are is it Breakwater?
I don't know.
Breaking Point, the guy people that do the liquor here.
Okay.
She her husband, he cooked a full all venison, all of it. So we had a true whiskey and whitetail experience, and then had like campfire and all the stuff around it.
That's awesome.
It's a lot of fun. It seems like we're in very similar spaces here.
Yes, most definitely. Yep. Well, I mean, people, especially this day and age, I feel like they just want some good news. People want good stories. They want to, and what they really want is to sit back and relax. And that's what we found by producing a print magazine, is that we're able to have that balance of all day you're working, you're grinding, you're using your social media, you're using X, Y, and Z, but when you come home, you can kind of take a break and go to another place. That's why we say it's a 360 view of the hunt, where you feel like you're riding the train at Rovos Rail in South Africa, or you're in Montana, and it's a kind of aspirational at times, but a lot of the things that we cover you can do anywhere.
Nice.
So just being able to stop and take a breath. COVID was whatever it was, and a bad deal, but it gave us an opportunity to put forth our print platform and really kind of hone in on pausing and taking a break.
It's nice too to be able to come home and just plug the phone in and leave it alone and pick up something tangible.
Yeah. Everyone keeps saying print's dead, but we would say otherwise.
It's definitely not. It's definitely not.
Not if you know how to market it.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. It's all
you guys
about quality.
Based out of Charleston too?
No, we are actually based out of Alabama, which is kind of ironic to a lot of people because we're still trying to get quail habitats and birds there, but we're at Lake Martin. It's called Alexander City. It's a good location. We really like it, and that's where our base is. But really, our office is everywhere.
Yeah.
Have you guys been to SEWE before?
We have.
Oh, okay.
This is our third year here. We've been at Brittle Bank Park, I think, twice. We were over by the dogs one year and just had my boss, he has his tricked out truck that he takes on all the excursions, just flipped it down the tailgate and we cooked some quail, and so kind of the same setup we've got going on over here. We're going to be cooking quail and sausage tomorrow, which...
Oh, shit.
Do you need quail? Because I got a freezer full of it.
Well, we have plenty. So Manchester Farms, they're out of Columbia, South Carolina. We partner with them and sell their quail on our website. And so we've got some of their stuff here, and it's quality. It's really good stuff. So lots of taste testing tomorrow. The wind was tornado style today, so that didn't really work.
Yeah, it'd be great if the wind could just chill out tomorrow.
Yeah,
it's been pretty good now.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad
No, it's a
yesterday,
perfect day today now. Are you kidding?
Yeah, this is a great day, especially in February.
Yeah. Well, and that's the last time we were here. It was pretty good weather. The year before that rained, and it was about 2 degrees. So.
We were just talking to what was his rank?
He's a lieutenant.
Lieutenant.
In the Coast Guard.
And he was talking.
03.
Okay. And he said, he was like, it's nice here, but there's other parts of the country where our guys are out breaking ice.
Yeah.
To make sure that commercial ships can keep moving.
Yes.
I was like, I guess I didn't think about that. There are people who are, it's cold other places.
It's cold
nice
other
here.
places. It's cold, we understand that. It's crazy. Understand that.
So what's your, outside of, do you guys do other outdoor events? Are there any events that you really like outside of SEWE?
We do. We really like SEWE. We like that being outdoors. We're able to, again, do some different things with the cooking and things like that. But we go to Dallas Safari Club every year. It's in January normally. And it's a 4-day event versus a 3-day event. And then Orvis has game weekends, one in Sylacauga, and then they have one up north where kind of their base is, and those are both outdoor shows that we really like to participate into. So that's about it. We're a small staff, so
Same.
you gotta space out. Well, you guys are working. This is really great.
Yeah, this is
a cool job.
Yeah, it's a great job. Yeah, you get paid to just get borderline drunk all day and talk to people on podcasts.
I have nothing to say. People are like, "This is a pretty cool gig," and I don't really have anything to say to it. It's just like,
it is. That's what people say to me all the time. They're like, "You hunt and drink bourbon for a living." Okay. Yeah.
It's exactly what
I can
do.
get behind that. How do I sign myself up?
Yeah, everyone's like, "Are you guys hiring?" And we're like, "No," but
somebody came
we
in
are
earlier.
hiring. So
well, there you go. If you want to have our job, hit up Covey Rise.
That's right.
What are you hiring specifically?
Just we're looking to expand. We're doing a couple of new positions in sales, production, lots of interns, man.
Yeah, interns are the way, and it's also such a great tax rate.
Well, and it's just really beneficial. I did a ton of internships when I was in school, and because I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and that was the only way that I figured out I'm going to waste a lot of time if I do this or if I do that, and you can really kind of hone in on what you want to do.
Yeah, I encourage young people to do that as much as possible. There's nothing. I had several friends that went from high school straight to college, got a degree in something, only to realize that they hate it after their first year, and it's like, man, that sucks because you got to pay that the student loans off if you got loans, whether you like the job or not.
I've lived like 5 lives. I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I've been in almost every field. And then what I decided on was I hate everything.
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything, so I
just want to talk all day.
Yeah. Well, I picked
talk to people.
Yeah. I said, I just want to talk and get borderline drunk. That's it.
Yeah.
It's fascinating. So you guys got up here today then?
So we got here on Wednesday, actually.
Okay.
We had a couple meetings yesterday, and then we'll be here all weekend.
There you go.
You mentioned the Dallas Safari Club, some of the other big shows you do.
Yeah.
Does Alabama have like a show that's kind of their thing?
Not really.
No? Really?
They have had Wild Turkey Federation's been in Birmingham a couple of times. I think it's in Tennessee this weekend now.
Yeah, it is this weekend, same weekend.
But Sylacauga in Alabama, it's at Purcell Farms, and that's the Orvis Game Fair weekend. And it's a good weekend. It's normally in the fall. Which I'm like, was there shows that happen in the summer?
I hope not.
Yeah.
But I do, because there's so much packed.
We're going to one in July.
Really?
Oh, yeah,
In
that's right,
Georgia.
I guess,
just
yeah.
north of
Well,
Atlanta.
I know that there's one in Austin. Cannot think of the name of it. It's kind of a newer one that I think they're trying to get going at the end of May. And we're just so packed in the fall because that's when we hunt.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get editorial, and then we're also trying to do this type of stuff. And
Look up Outdoor Blast, the Gone Outdoor Blast,
Okay.
GON,
Okay.
Georgia Outdoor News or something.
Yep.
Okay.
Georgia Outdoor News.
It's July. It's the last weekend of July?
It's the last weekend in July, yeah.
Yeah. And it's 2 or 3 days.
It's 2 days.
I like 2-day shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2 days. It's like 30 minutes north of Atlanta proper. So she said it's
That's
really
not far
really
from
close
us,
to you're in Georgia, but you're also really close to like Tennessee
Okay.
and Kentucky or Alabama
Yeah.
or whatever.
I don't geography.
I don't do it.
Alabama, Georgia,
There you go.
Tennessee, Kentucky.
Yeah.
There you go.
Close enough
Can
that
you see my drawing in my head?
yeah.
I can see you working through it.
Close
Yeah.
enough that all those states are getting ready to
Yeah.
start whitetail season. So all the vendors are very
Yeah.
whitetail focused
Yeah.
and but outdoor focused
Well, I
in
just
general.
think that's what I was about to say. I mean,
Yeah. It's all
bird season opens soon after that. and
exactly.
people, when they're not hunting, they want to be hunting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's crazy for
gotta
us
keep
is
it in
like
front of them.
the whiskey release, like the bourbon releases are always
Yes.
in the fall.
Yes, they're always
So it's
in the
like
fall.
our hunting season, our bourbon
Yep.
season,
Yep.
and our most busy for the cocktail
Yeah.
smokers and everything
Yeah.
we sell. It's all in the fall.
Yeah, because Kentucky, I mean, bourbon basically shuts down for the summer. So
Yeah. They don't do anything
Yeah.
other than
it's-
distill.
yes,
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
It sucks that everything we like is all.
it is
3
all
months.
in one. But you understand? I mean, you get it.
Yeah, I
It's the
understand.
temperature and
Oh yeah.
summer in the south.
It's
Hot.
It's
It's
tough.
hot.
That's like, could you imagine an outdoor show down here in July?
Oh, no.
Hard pass.
No.
I wouldn't do it.
I was sweating all day today.
Yeah,
and it's in
I know, I
February.
know.
Well, we
Sweater.
did the night market downtown,
Yeah.
10:30 at night, and it's
Soaking wet.
90 degrees
Yeah,
at night. It's
yeah.
disgusting.
Humidity 100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yep.
That's crazy. Was there anything else you want to let anybody know?
I don't think so. You can
Okay.
subscribe online. Subscriptions are the way to get to us. It's
There
the
you
way
go.
to get things to you.
And the pricing and everything is online. You
Yes,
just
pricing's online.
Click it up and do it.
Yes, yeah. And you're gonna want it. I can assure you. If you're
It sounds
interested in
fun.
bourbon, you're interested in birds.
Yeah.
This is for you.
I think I'm going to sign up for Bourbon Plus for sure.
There you go. There you go. I like it.
Very cool.
Yeah. Well, it's starting to get rowdy out here. You can hear
It
people
is.
yelling and getting drunk.
Yeah.
Lots of drinking.
DNR over here, surprisingly, is getting wild
I know.
with his Clemson national championship ring on. Did you
That
see
thing
that?
is huge. Have you seen his
No,
ring?
I haven't.
It is the size of my watch.
Yeah.
It is this big.
Gosh. Oh wow.
Why
It
does he
is-
have it?
I don't know.
Football maybe.
Yeah, maybe he was in the national championship.
Yeah.
He
On the
introduced me-
team,
he was like,
staff.
that's what he told me. He's like, you got to talk to my boss. He was like, I'm not good on. I was like, yeah, most people aren't. It's like, if you're not a media person,
Yeah.
you wouldn't
Right.
be good on it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Cool.
all right.
Well, thanks for coming on and talking
Yeah,
about
well, thanks for having
the
me.
magazines. It's awesome stuff.
Hey, we
and,
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cheers.
Yep.
Yeah,
Cheers. Enjoy your
cheers,
weekend.
definitely. I can't believe we're not drinking yet.
Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Yeah,
All
cheers.
right. Thanks.
Yes.
Thank you. Bye.